Smoke detector placement on beam ceilings. NFPA 72, 2025 edition. Step 1. Examine and measure your ceiling. Before placing any smoke detectors, you need 3 key measurements. First, measure the height from the floor to the ceiling. Second, measure how far each beam sticks down from the ceiling. This is called the beam depth. Third, measure the distance from one beam to the next. This is the beam spacing. These 3 numbers will determine exactly where your detectors must go. Step 2. Is your beam shallow or deep? This is the most important decision. If a beam's depth is less than 10% of the ceiling height, the beam is considered shallow. If the beam's depth is 10% or more of the ceiling height, it is considered deep. For example, in a room with a 10-foot ceiling, a beam shallower than 1 foot is shallow. A beam 1 foot deep or more is deep. Step 3. Placing detectors with shallow beams. For shallow beams, those less than 10% of ceiling height, you may place smoke detectors either on the flat ceiling surface between beams or on the bottom face of the beam itself. Use normal detector spacing, just as you would for a flat, smooth ceiling. This applies per NFPA 72, Section 17.7.4.2.4.3, Item 1. Step 4. Placing detectors with deep beams. For deep beams, those 10% or more of ceiling height, the rules depend on how deep the beam's depths are. Where beam spacing is equal to or greater than 40% of the ceiling height, 0.4 H, spot-type detectors shall be located on the ceiling in each beam pocket. And where beam spacing is less than 40% of the ceiling height, 0.4 H, the following shall be permitted for spot detectors. 1. Smooth ceiling spacing in the direction parallel to the beams, and at 1/2 smooth ceiling spacing in the direction perpendicular to the beams. 2. Location of detectors either on the ceiling or on the bottom of the beams. This is per NFPA 72, Section 17.7.4.2.4.3, Item 2. Step 5. Ceilings with intersecting beams. Waffle or pan ceiling. Some ceilings have beams running in 2 directions, forming a grid of rectangular pockets, often called a waffle ceiling or pan ceiling. If those beams are shallow, less than 10% of ceiling height, use normal spacing. If the beams are deep, equal to 40% or more of ceiling height, place 1 smoke detector in every single pocket formed by the intersecting beams. This is per NFPA 72, Section 17.7.4.2.4.3, Item 3. Step 6. Small rooms under 900 square feet. For small rooms of 900 square feet or less, approximately 84 square meters, you may use standard spacing rules and mount detectors either on the ceiling surface or on the bottom of the beams. The pocket-by-pocket rule does not apply in these smaller spaces. This is per NFPA 72, Section 29.11.3.4, Item 13. Step 7. Corridors and beams with gaps. If beams run across a corridor that is 15 feet wide or less, standard spacing applies along the corridor. Additionally, if there is a gap between the top of the beam and the ceiling, and that gap is 15% or more of the ceiling height, then the beam effectively does not create a barrier, and normal spacing rules apply. Step 8. Quick recap. Where can you mount detectors? To summarize, smoke detectors may be placed on the flat ceiling surface between beams, or on the bottom face of a beam, as long as you follow the spacing rules for your beam depth and spacing. Always measure ceiling height and beam dimensions before any installation. Step 9. NFPA 72 Code Summary. Here is a quick reference to the NFPA 72 code sections covered in this video. Section 17.7.4.2.4.3 covers beam ceiling spacing, beam depth classification, and beam pocket rules. Section 17.7.4.2.4.6 addresses sloped and intersecting beam ceilings. Section 29.11.3.4, Item 13, covers small rooms. Annex A and enhanced content provide scientific explanations and additional guidance. Always consult NFPA 72-2025 for the full requirements before installation. For any queries or more information, please reach out to firealarmguide@gmail.com. Thank you.